I'm going to go over how to clean up frames for motion tracking using IrfanView. I started with 1,000 underexposed images laying on their side, slightly off of 90 degrees. Each image was almost 7 megs in size, and the process described below changes the color depth, does basic color correction, rotation, and cropping as an unattended batch after first finding the rotation and cropping values. It only takes a few minutes to set up. So we're going to open the folder with the source images, which is open right now, and we're going to create a folder to hold the finished product. I'm using the test output folder right now. So we're going to open a frame in IrfanView and scale it to view. So now we're in IrfanView and scaled to view. We're going to decrease the color depth to 256. So we go to image, decrease the color depth, and we'll do 256, and we're going to use Floyd Steinberg and make grayscale. We just changed from 24B 16 million colors, 24-bit to 8-bit, and 256 black and white colors. And another thing we're going to do is image, and we're going to auto adjust the colors. That just cleans that thing up for us a little bit. The next thing we want to do is drag a rectangle around a cropping path and write down the values. We're going to need this in the batch file. So in this case, we're going to be a little bit different than what I say here. But cropping rectangle, I'm just going to grab the edge of the frame there, and I'm going to come down, and I want to take a look at this. And then I'm going to say I want to come back to about here. That way I have 3 sprocket holes. And I'm going to look up at this section up here, and that says that the X position is 36 right there. The Y position is 252 coming down from the top, so it's 36, 252 for the top left-hand corner. The width of this is 3836, 3,836 pixels by a height of 2,924. I'm going to write that down. 36, 252, 3836, 2924. Okay, so now we have determined what the cropping rectangle is going to be. So the next thing we want to do is image rotation. So we need to get a value for that. We go to image, custom fine rotation. There's a value, default value, or the last value in there that I had. I'm going to put it at 0, and we see that this frame right here is the new image. How do we find out how to get that up perfectly lined up? So I'll cancel this. I'll say edit, show the paint dialog. The paint dialog over here in the corner. I'm going to come down and pick this measure tool, and then I'm going to put my cursor right on the black of the frame there. I'm going to drag a line over to here and try to get it lined up as close as possible and release the mouse. And that gives me a value of negative 0.7598. So then I want to subtract that from 90. So that would give me custom and fine rotation, and enter a value of negative 89.2402. and then hit OK. It flips it around. We get it where we can see it. And now let's go down. We'll put the cursor here and whoops. Paint dialog is still active. We close that. Now we can drag a rectangle down along that white line right there. And look at that. It's right smack dab on. So we close that. We did not save this. And now we're going to go to the batch program. And we go down here to File, Batch Conversion, Rename. So we open up this as a place to start. File, Batch Conversion and Rename. We're going to use the Batch Conversion Rename Results file. Use advanced options in a minute. Choose a output format. Choose a name pattern. There are options for that. And we're going to do a temporary test output. Select that. So it says test output. And up here we're going to take this first image and we're going to add it. So there it is right there. And now we enter the values that we had. So the XY starting position from the left top was 36 and 252. And then the width is 3836. And the height is 2924. But the only problem we have now is that we want these numbers to play nice with the codecs that we're going to use for encoding. 2924 is divisible by 4, so that's good. 3836 is not. So we will go back and make that 8. 2 pixels is not going to make a big bit of difference, but it will make a difference to the encoding codecs. Some use a base of 2 and some use a base of 4. Nothing else in this side is checked. We're going to change the color depth to 256 using Floyd Steinberg. Auto adjust the colors, convert to grayscale. The fine rotation over here is a 2-4. So only 3 digits. And we can say OK. Now we can do start batch. Wait for it to finish. Return to batch. And now we can go look at the test output. There it is. That looks good. And if we drag this line down here, we can see that that audio track is right smack dab on. Very, very close. That's going to be real good. So we're going to close that. We don't save it. Let's go back up one here because this is the folder we're going to use. We go to our batch. We go up here and browse. We want output. Say OK. Now this one is our test. We're going to remove it. And then we're going to add all. That takes all of those pictures there. We hit start batch and go out for coffee or lunch or go to bed, run it at night. This is an automatic running program at this point. It's following the instructions. that we've given it. So 1,000 images that I did before took 33 minutes. So there's a timetable for you. And that's it.